Yeah, hi, it's Paul. This is just a very quick testimonial about a great little fuel product that I've been using in my car for about a year now, I think, best part of a year. Here's my little car. It's a little Volvo C30. It's a 1.6 diesel. It's not a new car by any stretch of the means. It's actually 13 years old and it's done 196,000 miles. Some people say, why don't you get a newer one? I said, you know what? I love it. It's a nice little car. It does exactly what I need it to do. It's very solid. You shut the door, it's solid. It does what I need it to do, as I say. There's only me in the car most of the time. But let me just take you in. And I'm going to turn the key, show the dashboard, and show you what I'm averaging to the gallon from this little car. And it does vary. So I'm going to put the ignition on. It'll probably tell me, there you go, I'm just verifying the mileage, 196, nearly 197,000 miles. Now, cars of this age and mileage usually start to give trouble, don't they? And, you know, usually you've got to start repairing this and that. I haven't done a thing to this car's engine in a year. The more I've used this product, the better the car is. So, today's Friday the 4th of August. The time, as you see there, let me just put the key on and around. It's nearly 4:30 in the afternoon, 20 degrees, quite a nice day. And I'm going to just turn the thing on the top there, turn the key on, that's it. It'll tell me, I think I'm due a service, I think. There's a little light to come on and say service. Yep, there we are. And the next one I do, one new message, yes, time to have a regular service, I know. If I turn my computer on, it tells me how many miles I've got left on my tank. 620 to go, and then it will say my average miles per gallon. Now it's showing there 64.1. Quite often, if I just go on a run, the A1 or somewhere on a run with it, it'll average up to 70. I've even got up to 71 miles per gallon. On an average, I usually get about 68.4. I've got 64.1 here, and I tell you why. Here's why. Because one of the benefits of that little product from Accelerate Fuels tablets is it not only gives me an extra 20% saving on fuel on average. It reduces emissions up to 80%. So on my last MOT, it absolutely flew through the MOT. But it gives me a lot more power. I mean, it's like driving a different car. This is just a 1.6 diesel engine, but when I put my foot down, it's like a 2.5 litre with a turbo. It absolutely flies. So I've been playing over the last couple of days because where I live, it's very remote, and you can actually see a car coming a mile away. So I've put my foot down because it's just fun, isn't it? You know. So and that's why it's dropped to 64.1. But prior to doing this, the car did about 58, I think, miles per gallon. But now it always does on an average of 68 point something. I think you've seen my posts on Facebook. But it's gone down to 64.1 as an average here because I've been having some fun with the acceleration. And, you know, you've got to have a bit of fun with these things, haven't you? But I say I've got it up to 71, I think. I've got a photograph somewhere. But that's not me saying what this car does. That's the Volvo's electronic system, computer saying this is what this car is averaging, and I'm very, very pleased with that. So, you know, these tablets are very, very cost effective. Let me just say, I keep them in my car. I keep them, as you can see, they're under my little armrest here. I keep them there, so I've always got one. And this little packet here, let me hold that so you can read it. There you go. A little packet here that I sell them to people. There's 6 tablets inside there, and each tablet will do 20 gallons. And these people kids going past, don't worry. One tablet will do 20 gallons. It will do any kind of vehicle, petrol, diesel, anything with a motorized engine. It will treat. It's patented. But those 6 tablets, if you put one in your tank with a full tank, so if you've got half a tank, you can break the tablet in half and just pop it in, and that will. There you go. That's the back of the thing. It's actually a good little business card alone. This thing here, it's brilliant. Those fuel tablets there, but you just pop it in the tank and that's it, and just leave it. And what it does, it actually burns carbon. So the more you're driving, it's one second, I'm just putting that back in my car. The more you drive the car, the cleaner your engine gets, which I think is pretty cool. So let me just see if I can turn this back round onto me. where's my thing? There we go. Nope, it's not doing that. Okay, I'll do it that way. There we go. That's me. So the more I drive my little car, the cleaner the engine gets, even with a high mileage car like mine. And if there's nothing wrong with the car, why change it? You know, so I'm going to keep it probably a few more months. But whatever I get next, obviously, most of you know that I do home-based business online, and it's really picking up. So there's going to be a new car on the horizon in the next month or two, maybe 3 at the most. But whatever that's going to be, I quite fancy a Range Rover or even a Bentley Continental, quite fancy that. Whatever I get, there's that little fuel tablet's going to go in it, because I've just found that because it burns the carbon, it cleans the engine. And even with this car, a few months ago, when I first started, quite a few months ago, probably about 10 months ago I think, when I first started using these little tablets in my car was juddering on tick over, and I thought, oh, it's going to be fuel injectors. They're around £100 each, so that's £400 plus someone to actually fit them for me, and then my car's off the road for half a day. I'm looking at a bill of £500 to £600. I put the fuel tablets in, I thought I'll book it in at some stage. Within 2 weeks, I was out with a friend of mine, and he said, your car's running really smooth, and it's really quiet, you know. And he didn't know how old the car was, because I've got my own private registration on it. He said, how old is this? I said, 13 years. He said, you're kidding, right? I said, no. He said, the car looks great. He said, but it drives great. It drives like a 3-year-old car. Feels like a 3-year-old car. I said, I know, it's great, isn't it? And I said, I've had no problems with this car at all. And he said, it's very smooth. I said, well, funny you should say that, because it used to judder on tick over. So when we stopped, I said, oh, it's not juddering. So because it was cleaning the carbon, it also cleans the injectors. So that saved me £400 to £600 on having those injectors changed, because of this little fuel tablet gone inside. It's absolutely ridiculous. So it's just simple. You pop it in your tank, fill your car up, forget about it. That's it. And every time you drive it, it just cleans and does better. So again, to recap, it saves on an average of 20% on fuel. I've had people telling me they've saved 26%, but I think if you save 20% on fuel, that's good enough. Even though the prices have come down now, I still think that fuel's too expensive, isn't it? You know, so, but on top of that, it saves up to reduces the emissions up to 80%. So here in the UK, when you go for your MOT, your car, especially a car of that year, of 2010, it could quite easily fail on emissions, and it's a shame, you know. But that being a diesel, it doesn't smoke at all. I can put my foot down, look in the mirror, doesn't smoke. And the last MOT, the guy said to me, this nice little car, he said, emissions are really low. I said, yeah, I know, it's good, isn't it? And that is the help of this little fuel tablet. But also the category of this car, the emissions were quite good anyway, because it's actually a tax-free car. I don't pay road tax, which on a 13-year-old car is really good. But it's even better now with this little fuel tablet in. But on top of that, for me, the best fun is, besides the savings, is the acceleration. It's like having a newer car. You know when you buy a newer car and it's better than the one before because the engine's a bit more super. Well, that's how this feels. It's a 1.6 litre diesel engine, but when I put my foot down, it feels like a 2.5 litre, and with a turbo. It's just that quick. It's really unusual. And I've got a friend of mine, Fiona Gass, up in Scotland, and she's got a little Peugeot, I believe. And we were talking the other day. I said, how are you getting on with the fuel tablets? She said, yeah, great. I mean, her car's probably only about 3 years old. She said, well, my car's good anyway, but it's better. You know, it runs better, and I noticed the acceleration, and everyone does. And I thought, how nice is that? What a bit of fun. But if you need to overtake someone, you've got to get out of a situation, you need a bit of extra acceleration. If you haven't got a strong enough car to do that, this little fuel tablet seems to really help with that. What about cost-wise? That little packet that I've just shown you, I retail those to people, to friends and people that inquire, for £30, and there's 6 tablets in there. So I always say to people, would you swap £30 to get 120 back? They go, sorry, say that again? I said, would you swap £30 to get 120 back? They go, well, yeah, of course. How do we do that? I said, well, these little 6 tablets, that's 6 tanks full of fuel, and you can use it in any vehicle, truck, car, motorcycle, whatever it is. You know, as long as it's got an engine, it works, and it does the same results for everybody. And as you've just seen, my computer has told you what my average miles per gallon is, and it's only gone down to 64.1 because I've been putting my foot down. Usually it's about 68.1 and 68.4. So that's pretty good from a little car. I mean, you get mopeds that do that kind of miles per gallon. So for me, inside a nice safe car, for that kind of mileage is great. And as I say, when you get cars a little bit older, I like some of the older cars, there's less to go wrong with them, but they normally start getting troublesome when the mileage has gone high. Well, in my case, it hasn't. I haven't touched this car. The longer I drive it, the better it is, because it's burning carbon. That's all it's doing. It's not changing the fuel octane, so therefore on newer cars it does not affect any manufacturer's warranty whatsoever. This company, Accelerate, have been in business for over 30 years, and they've been supplying this product before they went to the market of cars and buses and the general market. They actually supplied shipping tankers and cruise ships. Now you can imagine the kind of fuel they get through. And in all that time, they've never replaced or repaired a single engine because of what that product did. All it ever did was good. So I like it. And for me, the business itself is actually what I call a subscription business. So I subscribe a small amount to it each month, which allows me to buy the product at a great price. And to be honest with you, I just retail those on to family and friends, and people say, do you know what, I'd like to save some money. I could do with my car running a bit better. Pop me a packet in the post. So, I mean, Fiona's just actually ordered another 3 packets off me and said, I'd like that because I've got a friend up in Scotland. She wants a packet. One probably go to my daughter and one's for me. So a simple little product that's very cost effective, but by purchasing one for £30 for a pack of 6, that'll give you 6 tanks fulls. So if you've got 2 cars in a family, put one in each car. Try it out, see what you think. You'll notice within about 2 or 3 weeks, but you'll notice more on your second tank full. If you only put half a tank full in, just break the tablet in half. It's only a little small tablet, and put half a tablet in. So it's very, very simple to do. There's nothing to adjust. There's no mess. It's very, very simple. So 6 tank fulls, you're going to save on an average £20 per tank. Therefore, there's your £120 back in savings for a 30 outlay. If you'd like to try this product out and you'd like me to send you a pack of 6, they come in packs of 6, they don't come in singly. Get in touch with me at incomedriven@gmail.com. You can send £30 to my Wise account. As soon as I got that, it'll go in the post to you, no cost for the postage, and try them out, and I'm sure you'll love it as much as I have. So I enjoy driving my little car. It's I like it. It does me, and it performs perfectly. So thanks very much for your few minutes today, and I've enjoyed talking to you about my little product here. Thank you. Bye.